everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Getting to Know Your Leaders. I'm so glad you've tuned in today to get to know another one of the incredible folks that really makes the Life Center work so well. I have my friend Lori here with me today, and I'm anxious for all of you to get to know her. Lori, introduce yourself. Tell them what you do at the Life Center.
I am Lori Stewart. I am host, and I check people in, I check people out, I make the phone calls, I do the scheduling, just a little bit of everything.
Well, how did you first get involved, Lori? You've got this heart that just seems to really care about other people. I'm curious how you first got involved in the Life Center.
It goes back to about 4 years ago. Linda Hutchinson, her and I became friends, and she asked me if I would want to be interested in doing that. And so I just came over and she showed me how to do everything, and I've been doing it since.
Nice. Okay. Well, thank you, Linda.
Yes.
What do you enjoy the most about serving at the Life Center?
Meeting the people, to help the people, help with them get the food, the finances that they need, and just to talk to them, hear their stories, and give them advice on how to do different things to make it better for them.
Yeah. Well, good. You seem to really love people, Lori.
Yes. Yes.
Lori does so many things. She greets the public, the guests who come in each week, but she also does a lot of behind-the-scenes calling. We have our calling system set up now so Lori can retrieve messages from home and call and make appointments for the evening that make the evening flow smoothly. So thanks for all that behind-the-scenes work that you do that very few people ever see.
Yeah, it's fun. I love it.
Good. Hey, listen, I want to ask you a series of questions. I call these the Life Center 7. Now, Lori, there's no right or wrong answer here. This is really just the first thing that comes to your mind, but it's designed for the rest of our Life Center volunteer team to get to know you better. Okay. So, Lori, what would you consider to be the best book you've ever read?
For me, actually, the Bible. I am still learning to this day something new every day.
Yeah,
with
good.
It, and it's amazing.
Yeah, it never grows old, Lori.
No.
Excellent. Well, Lori, let's create a situation here. So just suppose for a second that you have a wealthy uncle and he dies. Now, we're sad that he's passed away, but the interesting part of this situation is he's left you with millions. Lori, what would you do with that unexpected windfall of millions of dollars?
First thing I would probably do is pay our bills off that we have, our debt, and then give it to different charities. Most of it would be for the church and Life Center.
Yeah, good.
And then it would probably go to us getting a house and, like I said, pay our bills off.
Yeah, that's nice, Lori. Good. Sounds like a good, wise priority system you would use for that windfall.
Yes.
So, Lori, let's suppose that this home you're living in is on fire. Now, I hope this never happens, of course, but if it does, every living thing is out safe. Jim, any pets, everybody's out of the house safely. You've got the opportunity to go back in and get one more thing before it's too dangerous to get anything else. What's that one thing, Lori, you would go back in to retrieve from a house that was on fire?
Pictures. Photo albums that I have, just a family that I don't see anymore, family that has passed away, that have meant a lot to me. Just all the pictures that I could get.
Yeah, so pictures, photos that aren't on digital format, but things that are just kind of irreplaceable, aren't they?
Yes.
Oh, good. Well, Lori, you're sitting on a bench, and this bench is overlooking this really gorgeous scene. It's the beach, and it's sundown, and you have the opportunity on this bench to have one conversation with anybody, living or dead. Lori, who would you want to have one more conversation with on that bench?
My grandmother.
Oh, and why is that, Lori?
She was kind of like my other mom. I spent most of my weekends there growing up with her. I had more fun at her house than going out with friends or, and she taught me a lot. She was there for all my surgeries that I went through, all my hospital stays, and I just had a really special place in my heart for her. My daughter is named after her, but she passed away several years ago, and it was very hard. So it would be great if I could just have one more conversation with her.
And one more conversation with your grandmother.
Yes.
Sounds like she was very impactful in your life,
Yes.
Lori. Most people don't know this about you because you never complain, but you face a lot of just physical limitations, Lori. Why don't you tell our folks what your diagnosis is and how many surgeries you've had as an example?
I was born with spina bifida. It's where I basically had a hole in my back, and it damaged all my muscle and ligaments and everything from my waist down. I have no feeling from my knees down or in the back of my legs, just on top of my legs. And I've had 55 plus surgeries, hundreds of hospital stays, and still dealing with stuff.
Yep.
And more surgeries.
Oh, still more to come.
Yes.
Yeah, was telling me today about an ear issue she's going to get resolved here in the near future.
Yes.
And all the while, that smile that people see is evident every day, every time I see you. It's unmistakable, Lori.
Thank you.
So what is the best advice you've ever received, Lori?
To just try and make everything positive. If it's a negative, try and make it into a positive.
Yeah.
Just with my hearing issues that I'm going through, I was really down. I was really negative about it. But after I've learned more about it, I am making it more of a positive thing.
Good. So find out the positive in everything.
Yes.
Have that hopeful, faithful, optimistic outlook on life.
Yes.
Excellent. Lori, you can go back in time for this one scenario, the next to last question, and you could find age 20 Lori. What advice would you give that 20-year-old Lori?
To not give my parents such a hard time. Just be more positive about my handicap, disability. Just be more positive about it. I was always frustrated and aggravated with it, and because I was so limited on a lot of things that I could and couldn't do, and that really upset me. And so just to be more positive about it.
So as a young adult gal, it seemed to get you down more, and you tell her just to be a little more positive about it. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
Aw. Well, Lori, it's been said that all great people can have their life summarized in one sentence. What one sentence would you like to describe the life of Lori Stewart?
To be very helpful with people, just because I've needed help with everything growing up, and just want to help everybody.
Yeah, excellent. Lori, thank you. Thank you for all you do to make the Life Center so effective in the lives of so many people. You can clearly see as more and more of these interviews unfold why the Life Center is having such a reach in our community. Thanks to great leaders like Lori. Thank you, Lori.
Welcome.
Hey, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time here for another edition of Getting to Know Your Leaders. Bye now.